Hello friends, everyone, welcome to the Crochet Hook channel. See, today we have this absolutely beautiful and so very textured crocheted bag handle. See how braided it looks and it's very sturdy as well. Have a look on all the sides. This is the back side of the strap. This is also very neat and clean, and it's very sturdy as well. And the simplicity of this pattern lies in the fact that you can work it to any size that you wish. Just chain as much the length that you're aiming for, and then just follow the pattern that I'm working here with you, and you are through with this beautiful bag handle. For the friends who are joining me here for the first time, please do consider subscribing to my channel. That really inspires, motivates and keeps us connected, as you get a notification each time I post on my channel. So let's begin. And here I have chosen this Hobby India crochet thread in green shade, and I'll be running a double thread to bring the thickness in the strap, a crochet hook of 3.0 millimeters, a sewing needle and a pair of scissors. So here to begin with, I have taken this double thread. As I've already told, I'll be working with the double thread here, so my puffs will be bigger. So then to begin with, work a slip knot and then begin chaining. Work chains here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Just keep chaining till you have a total of 45 chains done, and I'll see you after 45 chains. See, I have worked all my 45 chains, and now we'll begin with the round or row 1 of the pattern. Skip 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over, insert the hook into the 4th chain ahead, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops, 1 double crochet is worked, yarn over, insert the hook into the next chain ahead, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops, 1 more double crochet is worked. Counting first chain 3 also as a double crochet, we have 3 double crochets worked. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next chain and work 1 double crochet the same way. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next chain ahead and work 1 double crochet into it. See, till now we have worked 5 double crochets. We have chains ahead. Just keep working 1 double crochet all across the chains till you reach the end chain here. You should have a total of 43 double crochets worked. See, I have worked 40 double crochets and 3 more to go. So then yarn over into the next chain. Just I'm working the last 3 double crochets. 41. This is my 42. And this is the last chain. Insert the hook in this last chain also and simply work the last double crochet into it. See, we have here this DC is created, a total of 43 DCs. Now chain 1 and see, we have this peripheral DC here, this last DC. Around it we are going to work. So insert the hook around this double crochet like this and work 1 single crochet. Again, work 1 more single crochet around this double crochet, 2. Work 1 more single crochet around this DC below, 3. And work 1 more single crochet around this DC here, 4. So around this last DC we have created 4 single crochets. Now we have come on this end of the double crochet. See, this is our first double crochet ahead. We are going to work around this double crochet. From front to back to front we are going to insert the hook. So hold it like this and it will be easy for you to work. Yarn over around this double crochet, insert the hook like this and then pull up a loop a little long enough, then yarn over again around this double crochet, insert the hook and pull up a loop the second time, yarn over around this double crochet, insert the hook, pull up a loop the third time, then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook like this. See, and then work 1 chain. This puff is created around this double crochet. Now yarn over and skip the very next double crochet ahead and around the next double crochet again insert the hook from front to back to front, then hold it like this, pull up a loop a little long enough, again yarn over around this DC, insert the hook, pull up a loop a little up high and then around this DC work 1 more loop around it and then yarn over, pull through all the loops. Simple. 1 puff is created, then work 1 chain atop it. Simple. Now yarn over, skip the very next DC ahead and around the next DC again insert the hook from front to back to front, then hold it like this and pull the loop 3 times. 1, 2, and one more time yarn over around the DC, pull up a loop the third time, then yarn over, pull through all the loops in the hook and work one chain atop it. One more puff is created. This is how it looks. Again yarn over, skip the very next DC ahead and around the next DC, insert the hook from front to back to front. Then hold it like this, yarn over, pull a loop a little high, yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop the second time, then yarn over, insert the hook and pull up a loop the third time, and then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook. Then work one chain atop it. See, this kind of textured puffs are created around the DCs we have worked, and this is the back side. We're just going to continue this pattern all the way till end. So skip the very next DC and then work one puff just like this and one chain atop it around the next DC. Then skip the very next DC and into the next DC, work a puff and then work one chain. Just like this, keep working one puff into every alternate DC till you reach this second last DC, and I'll see you here. Keep working the puffs till this second last DC. See here, I have worked all my puff stitches and reached this fourth last DC. In this fourth last DC also, I have worked my puff here and worked the chain one also. See, if you want a bigger puff, you need to pull the loops more than 3 times. We are pulling the loops 3 times around the DC. You can pull it for more than 3 times. Now, in this fourth last DC, I have worked this puff, then yarn over and skip the next DC. Around the second last DC also, I'm going to create the last puff of this row. So around it, just insert the hook, pull up a loop a little longer, then yarn over again around the DC, pull a loop the second time, then yarn over around the DC, pull a loop the third time, and then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook, and then put a chain at the top of it. See, we have worked this row 1 and we have this chain 3 at the end of this row. We're going to work around it. So insert the hook around this chain 3 and work one single crochet. Again, work one more single crochet around this chain 3, 2, work one more single crochet around the same chain 3, 3, work one more single crochet around this chain 3, 4. So we have created 4 single crochets on this end, just as we have created 4 single crochets on this end. So after that, we're going to work on this side of the row. So yarn over and see, we have this first puff ahead, skip that puff, and after the puff, between these 2 puffs, we have one double crochet that we had left working around. So just grab that one, around it, insert the hook, pull up a loop one time. Again, we are going to work a puff around it. Again, yarn over, pull up a loop the second time, yarn over, insert the hook and pull up a loop the third time, and then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook. See, we have created a puff around this DC also, then work one chain. This kind of braid is now coming up. Again, we have this double crochet that we left between the next 2 puffs also. We have this double crochet between them. Between the next 2 puffs also, we have this double crochet between them. We are just going to work into these double crochets all till the end. So yarn over and around the next DC, between the 2 puffs, insert the hook from front to back to front. Hold it like this, then yarn over, pull a loop a little high up, then yarn over the second time, pull a loop, then yarn over, pull a loop the third time. Simple. Then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook, put a chain at the top of it. One puff is created and this braid is now coming up so prominent. See? Again, yarn over, between the next 2 puffs, we have this double crochet that we had left working in the row 1 of the puff. So around this DC again, work a puff the same way. Insert the hook, pull up a loop the first time, then yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop the second time, then yarn over, insert the hook and pull up a loop the third time around this DC, then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook, then put a chain at the top of this puff that's just created. See, this is how it's coming up. Likewise, between the next 2 puffs, we have this DC ahead, yarn over around this DC, insert the hook from front to back to front, yarn over, pull up a loop the first time, then yarn over around this DC, insert the hook, pull up a loop the second time, then yarn over around this DC, insert the hook, pull up a loop the third time, then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook, A puff is created, then put a chain atop this puff to secure it there. Between the next two puffs, again we are going to create a puff around the DC that is left. Just like this, keep working one puff around every double crochet that is left till you reach this last DC here. I'll see you here. So here I have worked these puffs all the way and reached this end. I worked the last puff also around the last DC and worked the last chain one also. And here, see, after this puff that's just created, we have 4 single crochets here. So insert the hook beneath the 2 strands of the very first single crochet here, like this. Pull up a loop and work a slip stitch to join this round here. The 2 rows of puffs gets completed, and now we are going to simply border this strap with crab stitch. So we are going to work backwards. So chain 1 and pull that loop a little to loosen it up. Then after this very first puff, in the space just after this puff, insert the hook and pull up a loop. So you have 2 loops on the hook, then yarn over, pull through both the loops. We have worked it like a single crochet. We are working single crochet backwards. Again, pull that loop to loosen it up, and after this next puff, in the space ahead, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work it like a single crochet like this. Simple. Again, stretch your loop a little bit to loosen it up, and after the next puff, in the space ahead next to this puff, insert the hook, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through both the loops, work it like a single crochet. Again, pull that loop up to loosen it up, and after the next puff, in the space ahead, insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both the loops. We are working single crochet backwards. That is also known as a crab stitch. After the next puff, into the space, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work it like a single crochet. We are working single crochets backwards. See, this kind of ribbing gets created on the edge of this strap. Again, pull that loop a little, and after the next puff, in the space ahead, insert the hook, pull up a loop and pull through both the loops. 1 single crochet backwards is worked. After the next puff, insert the hook, pull up a loop, then yarn over, pull through both the loops, work it like a single crochet. So just keep creating this border of crab stitch on this edge of the strap and keep working 1 single crochet backwards after every puff, and I'll see you here at this last puff. See you here. See, here I have worked this crab stitch border all along this edge and reached this last puff also. So after this last puff also, I'll just work my single crochet backwards the same way, and then see, we have 4 single crochets on this end of the strap. So into them also we are going to work crab stitch. So insert the hook into the first single crochet and work 1 crab stitch like this, and don't pull the loop, don't stretch or loosen them. Into the next single crochet below, work 1 crab stitch like this. Into the next single crochet below, insert the hook, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through both the loops, work 1 single crochet backwards. And into this 4th single crochet also, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work 1 single crochet backwards. Simple. So we created 4 single crochet backwards atop the 4 single crochets below, and then we're going to work on this edge, the next edge ahead, and we'll be working crab stitch border till this end as well. So here again, pull that loop a little bit, and after this first puff, in the space after the puff, insert the hook, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through both the loops, work a single crochet backwards. Again, pull that loop, and after the next puff, in the space ahead, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work it like a single crochet. Pull that loop a little bit, and in the next space ahead after the next puff, work a single crochet backwards. Stretch that loop, and after the next puff stitch, in the space ahead, work a single crochet backwards. Simple. We're just creating the same crab stitch border along this edge of the strap as well. Just keep creating single crochet backwards. I'll see you here at the end after the last. See, here I have worked this crab stitch border and just about to reach the end. A couple of more crab stitches to go around the next, after the next puff, work 1 single crochet backwards, pull that loop, and after the next puff into the space there, work 1 single crochet backwards, and see we have reached this end here. After this last puff also in the space ahead of it, work 1 single crochet backwards, and on this end we have 4 single crochets that we created in the beginning. So don't pull that loop, just insert the hook into the next single crochet beneath the 2 strands, pull up a loop and work 1 single crochet backwards atop it. Again into the next single crochet below, work 1 crab stitch atop it like this. Into the next single crochet below, work 1 single crochet backwards like this, and then into this 4th single crochet ahead, insert the hook, pull up a loop, work 1 single crochet backwards like this. So we have created 4 stitches atop 4 single crochets below. Now turn it, and in this first space showing up, insert the hook and pull up a loop, work a slip stitch to join this round here. This all gets summed up, and then put a chain tightly, put a knot and cut that extra thread, keeping a little tail, and just secure this knot tightly, pushing it downwards. See, this beautiful braided strap gets ready. Sew these loose ends on the back side of this strap neatly. So here this absolutely textured and very beautifully braided back strap or bag handle gets ready. See how textured it looks, and it's really very sturdy as well. And as I've already told, this is the back side, and as I've already mentioned, to bring out the big puffs you need to have a thick wool or thread, or you can double it to create big puffs, and you can go for any length you wish, either a small strap or big strap as you're aiming for. And you simply have to follow the same pattern that we have worked together for these straps here. I loved working these straps with you. Have fun learning, have fun crocheting. See you next time.